So, you want to learn to code, right? But maybe it feels like this. I don't know, exclusive club or something. Well, let me tell you, those doors have been completely blown wide open. So today, let's walk through them together and figure out this whole journey from being a total beginner to becoming a really capable coder. Because honestly, it's more accessible right now than it has ever been before.
And this quote, it just says it all, doesn't it? The old barriers are gone. Thanks to the internet, what used to require a fancy university acceptance letter now just requires a Wi-Fi connection and, the motivation to learn. It's a total game changer, and it means that you, yes, you, can absolutely become a programmer.
So let's kick things off with what I'm calling the coding revolution. We're living in this brand new era of learning where your own curiosity and your dedication are way, way more important than how much money you have. And it all starts with how you think.
Which brings us right to our next big piece, your coder's mindset. Before you even think about writing a single line of code, we've got to talk about the foundation. It's not really about which language you learn first, it's about how you learn to think. This problem-solving mindset, that's the real core of it all.
So what even is a computer program? Forget all the complicated stuff you see in movies. At its heart, it's just this, a set of instructions. Seriously, think of it like a recipe. Every single step has to be super precise, in exactly the right order to get the delicious cake you want. That's all programming is. You're just writing the world's most detailed recipes for a computer.
Okay, so if it's just following steps, what's the big deal? Well, here's the trick. The real skill isn't just in following the steps, it's in coming up with them in the first place. And that takes a specific way of looking at the world that, trust me, anyone can learn.
And these right here, these are the keys to unlocking that mindset. Analysis is just about breaking a huge, intimidating problem down into tiny, manageable pieces. Critical thinking is about looking at those little pieces and figuring out the absolute smartest way to tackle them. And attention to detail? Oh, it's absolutely crucial. In coding, a single misplaced comma can literally bring your entire program crashing down.
Okay, next up, choosing your path. So, you're working on the mindset. Now, how do you actually learn the nitty-gritty skills? Well, you've basically got two main roads you can go down. And the great news is, there's no wrong answer here, just the one that's right for you.
And you can really see those two worlds right here. On the one hand, you've got the traditional academic path, formal degrees, structured classes, big, heavy textbooks. And on the other hand, you have this incredible new world, this massive universe of amazing online courses, a lot of them from top-tier schools, available to anyone, often for free.
Let's just break down the pros and cons real quick. The academic path gives you that structured curriculum and a formal degree at the end, which is great. The self-taught path, though, gives you unbelievable flexibility to learn whenever and wherever you want. And the best part? It can be 100% free. You just have to bring the discipline yourself.
And listen, don't ever make the mistake of thinking free means low quality. No way. Take Harvard's CS50. That is the university's actual introductory computer science course, available to the whole world. It's tough, for sure, but it will give you a rock-solid foundation. Or if you know you want to be a web developer, check out the Odin Project. It's a complete, hands-on curriculum designed to take you from zero to job ready.
All right, part 4, your first practical step. Enough with the theory. It's time to get our hands dirty and move from just planning to actually doing. So let's talk about the first real tangible step you're going to take as a coder, setting up your digital workshop. Now, development environment might sound super technical, but it's really simple. An IDE, as it's called, is just the app you're going to use to write, test, and run your code. It's your digital workbench, your command center. And getting it set up, that's your first win. Let's just fly through a quick example of what an installation looks like. First, you'll probably see some administrative stuff, like a license agreement. You just click I agree, and you're on your way. Next, it's going to ask where to install the files. Honestly, the default location is almost always the right choice, so you just click Next. See? We're turning this abstract idea of setting up into just a couple of simple clicks. And finally, you just click Finish. And that's it. Boom. Your environment is installed. You've officially passed through the gate, and you're ready to start the real fun, the creative work of actually building things with code. So now we're at part 5, the journey ahead. You've got your tools, you've picked a path. So what does the road ahead actually look like? What are these powerful skills you're about to pick up? Instead of thinking about this like a boring old course syllabus, let's reframe it. Think of this as your origin story, and you're about to build up an arsenal of creative superpowers.
You're going to start with the fundamentals, right? You'll learn about variables, which are just little boxes to hold information. Then you'll use things called control structures to let your code make decisions on its own, and iterations to make it do repetitive tasks automatically. These are the absolute essential building blocks, the basic grammar of any programming language.
And then you'll level up. You'll move on to more advanced tools for building really complex stuff. You'll learn how to handle huge lists of data with arrays, and even how to manage your computer's memory directly. Eventually, you'll learn how to bundle all your code into these clean, reusable blueprints called classes. Don't worry about all the fancy terms now. Just know that each one unlocks a whole new level of creative power.
And here's the most important point of all. None of this is just theory for the sake of theory. Every single one of these concepts is a step towards building something real. These are the skills that power the websites you visit every day, the apps on your phone, basically all the software that runs our world.
Look, the resources are out there. The knowledge is free for the taking. The barrier to entry has never, ever been lower than it is right now. We've seen it. The path is clear. So the only question that's really left is the one right here on the screen. Are you ready to write the first line?